them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call.
Good evening, everybody. Lance Baum and John Klein on your liveevent.com, bringing you some live Aitkin Gobbler wrestling here tonight here as Grand Rapids comes down to Aitkin. This here is one of the JV matches as we get rolling in here tonight. This is Maddie Strohmeyer for the Aitkin Gobblers wrestling. We want to say thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. This is also our senior recognition night and our parents' night. And we're also happy to have the Gobbler Elementary cheerleaders over there on the edge of the mat. John, tonight here again, like I mentioned earlier, it's senior recognition night here. The Gobblers have 5 seniors here on the team here this year.
That we do.
And talking a little bit about them, whether it's Tyler Hacker, Hayden Workman, Craig Ashton, or Kane Byrne, along with Jack Grell. We look at all these fine young men that we have here graduating this year. This is their last year on the team.
Right.
And you know, they've done some spotlights here over the last couple of weeks, even on Facebook and stuff, and it's pretty neat to see what these kids are saying about themselves.
You know, it's fun to see the growth in these kids, you know, to be able to look at these guys, see where they've come from, and also listen to their perspectives too. You know, they've battled over the years whether they're going to come out, whether they're not going to come out, whether they're going to be this or they're going to be that, or what they're going to try to accomplish. And here they are, seniors, and they're talking about, you know, almost to a man, it's about do not walk away from this. Stay with it. You'll regret it if you walk away from it. You know, they recognize the value and the importance of this sport.
Right. And there, Maddie Strohmeyer was trailing 8-5. Now she tied it up 8-7 now. She threw that half in and getting something done down there. We'll get back to some more of these seniors here as we talk through the night here, but a couple of highlights here. We'll start out with Craig Ashton as a captain this year, 13 years in wrestling here.
Yep.
One of the questions I was asked him, why did you decide to join wrestling? And it's because his dad made him.
You know, and I remember that, you know, and, you know, you were in the room too when this kid walked into the room, and we looked at him and said, boy, that kid's going to be something special if he sticks with it. And, you know, here he is, and he is something special, you know. He's fun to watch. He's a big, aggressive, athletic heavyweight. You know, he's everything that we hoped that he was going to be.
Yep, for sure. And then one of his favorite memories is being able to make it down to the 2019 state tournament. He was on part of that team as a young kid, and that was pretty cool 4 years ago. Words of advice for a young wrestler. Craig says, stay in the sport. It may be difficult at times, but hard work, it is what it is, but it'll help you get through the rest of your life. Exactly.
And he's personified that. I mean, he has worked very hard all the way through. You know, he has been dedicated. He has been intense. And, you know, just watching Maddie Stroh do gymnastics out there, flipping back and forth off of a bridge, looking to try to get some more back points here. She gets hip in, looking at getting back points, maybe even get a fall here. But, yeah, talking about Craig, I mean, this kid – everything that he says, he's a real deal.
Yep, for sure, and we'll get more on him later on tonight. Right now, Maddie Strohmeyer now is in the lead at 9-8, and she has that gentleman on there. She's showboating there. Picks up a fall for the JV team there. Showboating a little bit there on the edge of the mat. Maybe that was a little uncalled for, but
yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I can understand where it comes from her, but yeah, she is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, she is. She's just a phenomenal young lady, and ranked so far, I believe, 2nd or 3rd in the state right now in the women's division.
Yep.
Wrestling now for the Gobblers be Garrett Trotter. Again, this is all JV stuff. Later on tonight, we have the spotlight on the seniors, this parent recognition night, and our final home match here is the Aitkin Gobbler varsity plays host to the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks here. Next one on the list for a senior, Kane Byrne. Kane Byrne coming out for 1 year, and he again, what the question asked him, why did you decide to join wrestling? It's because his friends convinced him to. And what do you say to your parents? And thanks for always believing in me and helping me pursue my dreams. And he has definitely overcome some obstacles this year. He's for a rookie wrestler this year. He's doing a phenomenal job.
Right. And my favorite answer, though, and this rings true for him more than anybody else on this team right now. What would you like to say to the sport of wrestling? thanks for teaching me not to be a quitter.
For sure.
You know, he's had so much adversity being a first-year rookie wrestler, and it would have been so easy for him to say, you know what, my senior year, no. But he's worked his tail off. He's won some matches. He's fought through some things. And, you know, it's fun to watch that. It's fun to see that.
Again, this is Aitkin Gobbler wrestler Garrett Trotter, JV, 7th grader wrestling here.
Yep.
And this is just a prelim to later on tonight as we kick off the varsity show here. Right now we're just spotlighting some of the seniors here for tonight. Jack Grell, again, a captain, came in the same time as Craig did over 13 years ago now.
Yep.
And then he said, why did you decide to join wrestling? And he said it was an inspiration from a great uncle Bronco. His great uncle Bronco got him into it, and he was an awesome wrestler also.
You know, and I've watched him, you know, with older brothers that have wrestled, and you know, I've watched, you know, Jack's got an interesting journey through wrestling. You know, there's been times that he's kind of thought about maybe going and pushing the pumpkin up and down the floor a little bit, and, you know, and doing some of that, but he has always come back to this sport. This has always been his home. He has always excelled so much in this room and in this genre. It's fun to see him just settle down and realize this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do, and he talks about that. He says future plans to study exercise science and continue my wrestling career in college. He realizes this is where he's at. This is where he excels. This is going to take him places, and he's hoping to just ride the shirt tails of wrestling as far as he can.
Oh, for sure. And, he, you know, he's a pure inspiration. You know, he's followed the steps of even Hayden Zilmer. He's got the same inspirations as Hayden did many years ago, and pretty fun to watch that kid wrestling out on the mat, and just to see him progress over the last 13 years and turn out to what a great young man he is also.
He was always athletic and crazy on the mat, but to see him now transition from not just being strong and athletic to being a technical wrestler and being quality on his feet and transitioning from position to position, it's been a lot of fun to see that growth.
No, for sure. Again, Garrett Trotter wrestling for the Gobblers out here right now in the second period. He is trailing 2-1 to the Thunderhawk wrestler. Now we have up Tyler Hacker. He's only been wrestling for 8 years, and when asked why did you join wrestling, is because he liked his friends in wrestling and wanted to do stuff with them. What would he like to say to his parents? And he'd always say thank you for supporting him in whatever he does. His favorite food.
He likes egg rolls.
He loves egg rolls. You know what? That's pretty fun. And after high school, he plans on heading down to Texas and working with his Uncle Tarek.
You know, that's good. You know, one of the things that I've seen out of Tyler, you know, when he came into the room here as a fifth grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, and he walked into that room, he was kind of a bull in the china closet. You know, he was strong. He was naturally strong. He was a hard worker at home. But he has kind of transitioned into a guy that's got some technique. He's got really, really good hips when he wants to throw. You know, he's very quiet. Right. You know, but he just comes in and he works hard.
Gets in and does the job and gets what he needs done.
Right.
So that hats off again. That's Tyler Hacker. Last but not least, Hayden Workman, the Red Squirrel, as you always call him.
I love that kid.
Again, 13 years in that wrestling room down there. And why did he join wrestling? Is he thought wrestling was cool.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Nope, not for sure. And then is there a coach, teacher, or former wrestler that he would love to thank? And he starts off with Coach Hills, Liljequist, and Larson for helping him improve from 7th grade to his senior year. He's pretty excited about that. Words of advice for younger wrestlers. He says, stick with it. You'll regret it if you don't.
Right. True story.
Goes back to not being a quitter for sure.
Right. And you see that repetitively with these guys, you know, and Hayden's another one of those guys that came in and he was kind of a wild man. He's still a wild man. I'm not saying he's not. But he was kind of a wild man early on, and to see, again, his growth to stay a little calmer out there, watch for those positions where you can let the wild man loose. You know, and he's just – his growth has been nothing short of remarkable on the mat. You know, he was kind of all over the place, really was a literal red squirrel in the elementary and junior high ranks, and now here he is. He's out here. He's wrestling guys. He's in every single match, you know.
No, exactly. And in the words of Dan Gable, he said, once you wrestled, everything else in life is easy. And,
true story.
And truthfully, yep, for sure. So, again, hats off to our seniors tonight here, Hayden Workman, Tyler Hacker, Craig Ashton, Kane Byrne and Jack Grell.
Yep.
Again, this is Lance Bauman and John Klein on yourliveevent.com. And always we want to say thank you, starting off with all of our great sponsors, Enbridge Energy, Aitkin High School, Aitkin Motors, Minnesota State Crookston, Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, Pauldix County Market, Aitkin Body Shop, The Tire Barn, Atwater GM, Riverwood Healthcare Center, Haskamp Brothers Well Drilling, Security State Insurance, Cummings Jansen Realty, the Aitkin Wrestling Club, McGuire Mechanical, and Wides Major Appliance. Again, those are some of the sponsors. Right now you are watching the JV wrestling going on here. Again, Garrett Trotter right now trailing 2-5 with 30 seconds left in the third period. Looking at the scores, ladies and gentlemen, down the bottom right corner, you will have the running clock. You will see the team score on the second row there. On the very bottom, that'll be their individual mat score. Right now, Garrett Trotter, the home wrestler, is at 2. Opponent on top is 5 from Grand Rapids. Where it says Aitkin Gobblers in Grand Rapids, ladies and gentlemen, I will keep your team scores right there, just so it's easier to see. Again, the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks are down here visiting the Aitkin Gobblers. Right now, they beat the Gobblers here earlier this season, the first match of the season. They are holding the traveling trophy of the milk can.
Well, and that match went down to the heavyweight match, and Craig Ashton got caught and got pinned in that match to give the Thunderhawks the win in Grand Rapids. So, if we were to look at past history, there's a strong chance this could be another barn burner here, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be super, super close and exciting. Again, talking about Craig Ashton, but overall, his overall record on the season right now is 32-4 as a senior. He's got 71 pins in his ranks, 114 career wins, 74 losses.
Yep.
That is a senior, Craig Ashton. Other senior, Hayden Workman's 12-10 on the season, 13 career pins. Jack Grell, a senior, also 24-5 coming into tonight with 101 wins and 54 losses in his career with 44 pins. Tyler Hacker's 8-11 on the season, 14-18 for his career with 7 pins. Kane Byrne, rookie wrestler, 12-12 as a senior. He's got 4 pins, 10 takedowns, and that's about it for his record, honestly. And again, those are the top 5 seniors on the Aitkin Gobbler wrestling team. Running down the ranks here, Walker Jones is still out.
Yep.
I know he talked to the doctors and said they're going to hold him out for a little bit, so not sure if he'll make it back for the tournaments yet or not. We hope that another week of rest, if not 2, after getting his concussion. Hopefully he recovers and is able to get back to wrestling here later.
It'll be nice to have him back.
Kenny Erickson, as a junior, comes in tonight as 27-6 on the season. 81 career losses, 81 career wins, 39 losses with 44 pins. Maddie Strohmeyer, either on the boys' team or the girls' team. On the boys' team, she's 3-10. On the girls' team, she's 7-1. Nathan Trotter, a junior, he's 24-12 on the season. 125 career wins, 45 losses. In second place on the team with 206 takedowns in his career.
For active wrestlers, yep.
Tyler Franke comes in tonight 7-6. Jackson Klein comes in tonight 16-9 on the season. Jacob Williams, a sophomore. This is, I believe, his 3rd year or 4th year on varsity.
Yeah.
He's 28-2 on the season with 97 career wins, 37 losses. He has 23 pins. So
is he currently ranked in the guillotine?
He's currently ranked at number 6.
6 still, yep.
Yep. And that is at I think that was at 170.
170, okay.
John Pilarski comes in tonight 20-13, and an aggressive young wrestler starting to get into his groove. He's 63-43 in a career with 24 pins. He's hoping to get that mile marker tonight of 25. Jeremiah Cortez is 2-2 on the season. Noah Roker wrestled earlier tonight on the JV match. He was 3-2. Jake McGuire, a young sophomore, 10-9 on the season in his rookie year as a senior, or as a sophomore. And Weston Killinan, 7th grader. He wrestled out earlier here tonight. He is our 106-pounder. He's 6-16 on the season. First year in varsity, and is really growing into that 106 spot. A couple more milestones here. Craig Ashton did reach 50 pins here this year, along with John Pilarski. Jacob Williams succeeded his 75th career win. Walker Jones got their 60th win, so did Kenny Erickson. Walker Jones also got his 50th pin. And January 14th, Craig Ashton was able to get his 100th career victory.
Yep.
Kenny Erickson's got 75 wins on his belt. John Pilarski's got 60 wins also. And Jack Grell is over 100 also.
Right. So when I look at the current rankings here, we'll start at the top weights. Craig Ashton, he is ranked number 4 in AA at heavyweight. Then we slide down to 182 pounds, and that's where Jacob Williams is ranked at number 6. We have at 170 pounds, Jack Grell is ranked number 9. Then we're going to slide down to, I believe the next one ranked is Nathan Trotter at 138. He is ranked 9th. We do have a Grand Rapids wrestler ranked 10th in
Justin
the guillotine.
Job, right?
Justin Job at 132 pounds. 126. I know that Johnny Pilarski was ranked at one point at 126. He's not currently on there. I'm sure that he's going to be working to get back up there. That pretty much ends the rankings for Aitkin and Grand Rapids right now. Just got a text message. Going to give a shout out to one of our alumni wrestlers, Jack Workman. He is down in Florida, and he is watching via your live event and streaming and listening up.
Awesome.
And just give that shout out to Jack, and hope everything's going well, and he's doing well, and he's achieving the things he wants to achieve.
Yeah, for sure. Again, he was another hard-nosed kid.
Oh,
and
man.
It comes from a hard-nosed family for sure, and gets out and is dedicated to whatever they want to do. And yeah,
Exactly.
hats off to Jack.
Yep. Good kid, hard-nosed wrestler, as tough as nails. So it was fun to have him here, and like
Yeah.
I say, I hope things are going well for him.
Yep, for sure. And we got a few more workmen's coming through the ranks here too, which will be fun to watch. You know, another hats off and shout out to the Aitkin Wrestling Club for all the work that they do here
Right.
for the Aitkin Gobbler Wrestlers. They do a great job with fundraising. They have a couple great nights as in the dock takeout and removal stuff. But another new thing that they've done these last couple Octobers is doing a turkey bingo night.
Yep.
And that is a phenomenal night. They raise all kinds of money for the Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling team to offset all kinds of stuff. So hats off to all the great sponsors out there, all the people that help put it on, and definitely all the donations and the people that come out and participate in that night. It's always towards the end of October. It's a fun night to get out. If you want to come play bingo, take home one of 50 turkeys that we give away. Again, thank you to all the great sponsors, whether it's Paul Beck's or so on and so forth. We have some great support from our local community that help the Aitkin Gobbler Wrestlers. So everything here on the screen here at your live event too is also brought to you by all the great sponsors. And again, it's free for everybody to watch because of
Right.
that.
Yep. We like to keep it free, you know, so go to those sponsors, spend time with them, patronize their establishments, you know, so we can keep it free and keep it available.
Yeah. Right now in the end of the third period, it looks like Jeremiah Cortez should be able to pull off a 6-4 victory here
He does.
in JV. So congratulations to Jerry Cortez of the Aitkin Gobblers.
Another kid right there who I think is just on the verge and is probably going to bring a whole bunch to the table next year on varsity. He's got some size. He's got a lot of strength. He's got some funky techniques. He's kind of old school with some of his rolls and side rolls and some of his throws. He did a bit of an unorthodox Russian arm drag earlier into a throw, which was unusual. He transitioned into an underarm spin. You don't see that very often anymore.
No.
So he's got some funky techniques that he uses, and it's fun to watch him. So
Yeah, he's going to come in like the likes of Jack Grell a little bit. Just fun as he develops for sure.
yeah, he's going to be fun to watch.
Heads up, the Gobbler Wrestlers will be moving into the individual sections here towards the end of February. I believe it's the 16th, 17th is actually the teams. And then individuals will be at the end of February, around the 25th, 26th. So make sure you stay tuned to the Facebook page. It'll give you all the updates of how we're going to broadcast that and what we can do to bring Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling to you at home if you can't make it up to where they're wrestling at. Again, you're listening to Lance Bauman, John Klein here on YourLiveEvent.com, bringing you live Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling here. Another beautiful night here in the barn. The lights are shining bright right now, but as the night progresses here, we got all kinds of action to bring to you. Again, we'll be spotlighting the seniors. We're going to spotlight the parents here for all their great work and efforts that they put into these kids. And we appreciate all them, and we'll have a fun night of Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling here on YourLiveEvent.com. I want to say a couple more heads up here. Devin Kruger is chasing the Northern Lakes Lightning on the girls' team. They fall to Duluth Marshall. I believe it was 10 to 2. 10 to 2 was the final on that one.
Okay.
Road Crew's wrestling tonight too. They are up 69 to 12. I think that was a final over Fergus Falls.
Okay. All right.
So,
tough team, man. That Pequot Lakes team is a tough team.
Noah Caruso is over there covering that one tonight. They have a triangular with Sauk Center and Melrose, and again, Fergus Falls.
Okay. Looks like we got young Adrian Kramarczyk out here wrestling away and doing his best. He's down right now 2-1. We'll see how this goes for your Kramarczyk.
This is one of the Shower boys wrestling.
Yep. Gonna have obviously gonna have a very, very full crowd tonight. It's already starting to fill up as we start to get towards varsity time here. It's supposed to start at 7 o'clock. We may be just a hair behind time here, obviously, at 7:01. But hey, it's all right. Kids are wrestling. They're having a good time. They're working hard. So,
got at least 3 or 4 more JV matches here before we start off on the varsity action. And wrestling always, it doesn't start on time. That's all there is to it.
Never does. Well, you can plan the best you want. It never goes according to plan. You get an overtime, or you get this or you get that, and it stretches time out. That's all right. Hey, wrestling's wrestling, and anytime you can sit and spend a little time watching the sport,
more power to you.
Right.
Tell you what, there's nothing better than the sport of wrestling here.
I wasn't sure that I agreed with that when I was cutting weight in high school, but now that I don't have to worry about it, there is nothing better than the sport of wrestling.
We can't cut nothing anymore. I tell you what, we.
I wish I could cut weight.
Right. Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Kramarczyk trying to come up off the bottom here as he's working. He's down 4-1 right now about the end of the second period. So.
Again, anybody just tuning in here, this is just the JV matches. We got a couple more to do, and then we'll be kicking off some varsity wrestling here shortly. I want to say congratulations and thank you to Linfield Hines for all his help that he's done for us on the camera here over the last few years. We have his beautiful bride running the camera tonight, and we're excited to have her here as he is out working down in the other states. So maybe he's tuned in at YourLiveEvent.com from Iowa.
That's all right. You know what? His wife, Dawn Hines, she's nicer than he is anyways.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I think she's tuning you out.
She probably is tuning me out. She thinks I might be talking something mean about her, but I'm not. She's, she's the face of the school there. When you walk in the front door, she's there and always has got a kind word or a nice smile for you, and then she tells you where to go.
Yep. That's her job. That's her job. And again, thank you to her for coming out and helping us put on a great Your Live event.
Yep, she's going to do fantastic running the cameras for us tonight. That'll be fun to have her here too. So, Kramarczyk's all tied up here a little bit, looking like this could be a little rough spot for him, trying to fight off his back.
Shower is keeping everything tight. He is leading 6-1 right now. He should be picking up another 3 near fall.
And he does that. And then right back in again. And that's pretty tight. There's a fall for Shower over Kramarczyk.
Yep. Owen Shower picks up the pin for Grand Rapids. Now wrestling for the Gobblers is going to be Gobbler Noah Jones.
Nolan Jones, young Jones. Fun kid to watch. He's got some technique. He's got some nice attitude, and he's got a little bit of finesse to him. He's got some little bit of funky stuff. I think once he grows into his body, he'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's going to be another Craig Ashton. Maybe a little bit lighter than Craig Ashton, but
Yep.
I think he's going to work into doing a lot of great things on the mat.
Yep. Like I say, once he grows into that size and grows into that physicality of that size, he'll carry a lot of great things. So fun young kid to watch. I think by the looks of it, it looks like we've still got maybe Luke Workman's warming up over there, as is young Noah Rutger. He looks like he's going to have his second match tonight.
Nolan gets pinned in a spladle.
In the spladle.
Nice move by that young man from Grand Rapids. Picks up the fall over Nolan. Nolan's a little frustrated. Heading off the mat there. There's another one, another day.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But hey, that's how we learn.
Yeah.
You learn by tough matches. You learn by adversity in this sport. When things come easy, you don't learn from them in this sport. So, he's going to learn from that technique and how to keep those legs back when that guy starts looking for that technique. And, he'll come back better for it. So.
Now wrestling for the Gobblers, Jack, get ready. Your little brother, Luke Workman, out here wrestling. And I believe this is Romiko Young for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
Light on his feet, kind of drifting back and forth. Workman comes in with an inside control, then a snap with a collar tie. That is a long-legged Workman there.
Yeah.
I mean, when he sprawls and gets his legs back, they go into a whole nother zip code. So.
Yeah, now he's getting ready, trying to turn that corner with 1:26 left. No score as he get back to the center of the mat.
He's got a nice little crash and underhook where he comes in. He gets in with that collar tie, comes up underneath with that underhook. If he gets just a little bit of power behind that, that's going to be even that much more effective. You see there he is now, double underhooks, trying to get that jacked up a little bit. Couldn't quite get that. So, he's got some things. There he is again. Now he's got that body lock. He's going to look to step here. Oh, couldn't quite get the finish.
Romiko sneaks right out of that. 50 seconds left here in the first. No score.
It's funny. I'm watching Luke, and I see Hayden and Jack and Bowen in him. That long-legged, arms kind of all over the place, legs kind of all over the place.
Yeah, just working on hips and leverage.
Yep.
25 left here in the first. Workman now doing a double underhook, trying to jack him up.
He's got to get his hands locked. He's got to get those hands locked. Step, and there it is. He steps. And now he's just got to sag back. He'll get his two, but no back points.
Short amount of time left in the first.
Looks like he's got a cradle locked up.
After one, Workman leads 2-0. Again, this is JV, ladies and gentlemen, not yet for the varsity yet. I know the youngest Workman was at a elementary dual meet tournament here over in Crosby the other night, or last Saturday. That was fun to go watch the whole elementary wrestling program take on Crosby and Brainerd and Bram and Mille Lacs. It was fun to watch them wrestling over there. Again, our elementary program's still growing. A lot of young kids, a lot of great volunteers and coaches always helping them out. And the Workman boys were over there watching the youngster. Luke trying to do a sit out here. 1:30 left here in the second period. Luke leads 2-0.
Doing some real good things off the bottom here, Lance. He's keeping his head high. He's keeping his legs underneath of him. You know, he's kind of preventing some of the stuff that the shorter wrestler from Grand Rapids wants to do. Now he's just trying to knee slide that leg free. Doing some good stuff here. There's the stand-up. Trying to get those hips out, trying to get those hands cleared. And nice mat return.
Again, this is Ramiko Young and Hayden Workman. Or Luke Workman, I'm sorry. And off the mat they go. Workman is up to a stand-up. Off the mat they go. Back to the center. 48 seconds left here in the second period. Workman leading by 2. Gets set in the middle of the mat. And Young gets on the right-hand side. No, left-hand side.
There's that knee slide. Now he looks to come up there. Trying to stay on the mat, trying to get clear. Stalling call on Young. And Luke trying to come around, can't quite get that that loop there. Head lever from Young there.
Luke's just got to clear that hand.
Yep.
Keeps leaving it behind. Off the mat they go. Restart. 4 seconds left here in the second period. Workman still in the down position. Young gets on the left-hand side.
That'll end that second period. And he's going to take the neutral position, and so him and Workman are going to meet. Workman right away in on that double underhook, looking for that body lock again. This time Young trying to counter back, but there it is again. Now Workman's going to try to get him jacked up high enough to step through again. Now he's got the hands locked, so now he's got to get his hips in, but Young is able to hip in and kind of turn the tables.
Catches Workman.
Yep, he's into that Saturday night ride as Young, and now Workman has to try to roll through. There, he's rolling through, see if he can finish here. Gives up 3 near fall.
Now Workman trails 4-5.
Little over a minute left. Cross face for Workman. Not much happening down on the bottom right now. Young realizes if he doesn't give up any points, he's ahead in the match. All right, so he cuts him. Now he's got to score his takedown. And Young backing up. Workman tries to get that body locked up. Young backing away. He's got it locked up this time. He's got to step through.
15 left here in the match. Workman trails by 2.
There was a slide by from Young, but he doesn't get it. Now he's backing away. So that should be 1 point now if he can step through, and he doesn't get there in time. So that'll be a 1-point victory. Should be 6-5 for Young.
And I believe this will be the final JV match for the Gobblers.
Yep. Yeah, this should be it. And this will be Simon Cisco from Grand Rapids.
Simon's a junior from Grand Rapids, the Thunderhawks there. Rucker, a 10th grader. Noah won his first match here tonight.
Cisco heavy on the hands, 2-on-1 control. Rutger with a strong collar tie. Again with a strong collar tie with a crash and an underhook. Cisco's able to fight that off and get his own underhook. Now he's trying to feed hips. Rutger's able to fight that off. You got just over a minute left in that first period. Fighting hand control, fighting inside control, a little bit of everything. You know, Rutger's an interesting kid too, Lance. You know, he came into the sport a little bit late, but he's growing by leaps and strides too. Strong kid, hard-nosed kid. He's got a little bit of nasty in him, which, you know, I like that. So he's a fun kid to see wrestle out there.
Yeah. He's got a lot of energy.
Yep. Yeah, he's got a lot of upside. You know, if he continues to grow in the sport, he's got some upside here over the next couple of years. I think he could do some things, and so it'll be fun to watch him.
Rucker gets warned for stalling. No score going to the second period. Simon's choice takes down position. Want to do a little hats off to, again, Austin Espeseth and the big man, strongman competition over there in, I believe, Fargo, correct?
Yes, that was a ton of fun to go watch, Lance.
Yeah.
You know, for those of you that know Austin, you know, he's had some challenges he's battled over the years, and he just continues to triumph over those challenges. Watched him this weekend. He has put in a ton of work. He is legit strong dude. You know, you go on his Instagram site, check him out, see the lifts that he did, see the competition. You know, he said he was going into this with the goal. He wanted to complete every event. The only thing he missed was the top weight on the deadlift, and it was not from lack of effort. You know, very, very strong guy. Obviously has put in a ton of work. It was a lot of fun. It was an honor to go watch him and his buddies put in that work. It was a blast.
Nice. Again, hats off to you, Austin, and good job.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a cool event. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to check that out, you know, do that. Go online, check out Austin's Instagram page. Winter Classic 2. It's cool to watch. I think it's an up and coming thing that we're going to see more and more of in Minnesota. So, it's fun.
Cisco working on a head lever there for a minute. We got 50 seconds left here in the second period, leading 2-0. Rucker trying to get out with a sit out, and he does. Gets up to his feet. Scores a point.
Cisco posting hard with that offhand. Collar tie for Rutger. Cisco backs to the center of the mat.
Again, Gobblers fell to the Thunderhawks earlier this year.
Yep, wrestling up there in Grand Rapids. Yeah, we'll see what happens here tonight. You know, Rutger here, he's got an underhook, trying to get a double underhook. Cisco sagging his hips back. Rutger trying to jack him up a little bit, can't get it to go. End of the second period, scored 2-1. Cisco over Rutger. Third period decision goes to Rutger, and he is going to take down. Obviously, Rutger going to start looking for a 1 point to tie this thing up. Looking for the switch, but he leaves that arm hanging back. There he goes, coming around. Looks like he does get to come around for his 2, so he'll take the lead, 3-2. Got to wrestle behind those arms. Got to wrestle careful. Nice switch. He had to fight through leaving that arm behind, Lance. Mm-hmm. There he's got a spiral ride.
Yeah, I mean, it gets kind of stuck in that bear trap. Sometimes if you're better off if we don't think about it and just keep working at it.
Yep.
it'll work loose and get going. But so many wrestlers leave that when they leave that hand behind or that arm behind, they panic.
Yep, they give up on that switch or they give up on that sit out and go back to their base to try to start again. Which you can understand that too. But sometimes if you just power through, you got a chance of scoring points. So.
Minute left here in the third period. Rucker leads 3-2.
Got a bar, but it looks like he's going to give up a switch of his own to Cisco. He was running that bar. He just got high, and he lost pressure. Cisco now's got both hooks in. He's looking for a power half. He gets his 2 reversal. Rutgers trying to spin underneath. Cisco with a tilt, looking for back points. 37 seconds, 4-3. Cisco over Rutger. Rutger trying to come off from underneath here. Cisco looking at the clock. 25 seconds. Rutger trying to come out. That's
sad stalling.
That is definitely stalling. That is definitely stalling. And he's going to call a stalemate there. That if he was calling a stalemate, he waited too long to do that. So now he's got 8 seconds. He's got to come up from underneath in 8 seconds. He's got to score his point. And there's a shoulder roll for Rutger. He's got another roll he's going to try. He can't get it. 3 seconds. He's not going to be able to get loose.
And he gives up a 3-4 loss to Simon Cisco, and that should be the last JV match of the night.
He wrestled that match hard. Just, got out of position one time, and, that happens.
Yep, it does. Again, the Gobblers shake hands here, the JV. The Gobbler varsity will be kicking off here. We're going to take a quick short break here on yourliveevent.com, get you some sponsorships out to you. And we'll be back with some more live Gobbler wrestling here in Aitkin.
927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical. 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Lance Baum and John Klein here for Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling here. We're going to be recognizing all the parents and seniors here tonight. Elementary wrestlers are making a tunnel there for the Gobblers. These are underclassmen wrestlers. Jackson Klein coming in right now.
Doing the announcing for all of the underclassmen. Looks like they're going to have things get a little smoky here.
Tyler Frankie, one of our big deal wrestlers here earlier in the season.
Yep, he's been doing some really good stuff.
Andrew Huddle should be coming in. Again, these are all the underclassmen wrestlers, the JV wrestlers for the Gobblers.
Yep.
Walker Jones coming in.
Nice to see him up and running around, Lance. I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Yeah, for sure. This is Adrian Kamarchuk coming in.
Another fun young kid.
Weston Killinan, the 7th grader, 106-pounder coming on in.
Fun to watch that kid, but man, is he ever a nice kid.
He is just a pleasant young man.
Jake McGuire, 120 pounds. Going to be a stud in years to come.
Aiden Inslee should be coming in.
He might already be down there. Yeah, he's already down there.
Okay. One of the managers.
Yep.
John Pilarski coming in.
John Boy Pilarski. Then we saw Noah earlier wrestling the JV. Another kid I think is going to bring some good things to the table. Another Spallrich. Love to see it.
Madeline Strohmeyer.
Fun to see Stroh out here.
Yep. Nathan and Garrett Trotter coming in. Again, these are all underclassmen for the Gobblers.
Here's Jacob Williams, 182 pounds.
Sophomore for the Gobblers.
Going to be here for several more years doing some really good stuff. So. There he is, Captain Craig Ashton, What a great kid. You know, we talked about him earlier at the beginning of the broadcast, but such a great kid, you know.
Well, the only thing that makes him great is his awesome sister that puts in all the hard work for him.
Oh, that's absolutely it,
yes,
yeah.
Nora's awesome. So,
yes.
That's Caneburn coming in right now with his mom.
Yep. You know, and you know, just give a shout out to the Ashtons too. They have put so much work into this program as parents from day one, you know. Jack Grell, 170 pounds. I think that anything short of a podium stand at the state tournament is
in the future.
I believe that that's definitely in the future for that young man to be on that podium. So
Tyler Hacker.
Yep. The only thing about Tyler, that boy needs to get a haircut.
Yeah.
The red squirrel and his little brother.
Yep. Jack, here comes your parents and the mini you for sure. Mr. and Mrs. Workman along with Hayden. Again, thank you to all those senior parents out there for doing a great job with some senior kids, and very, very proud of each and every one of them.
Right. Absolutely. You know, it takes so much, you know, from the time that these kids are in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. You saw some of these seniors have been in this sport for 13 years. It's the Saturdays and the Sundays running to tournaments. It's the late nights of practice when they're in elementary school, sticking around until 7 or 7:30 at night. You know, it's the injuries and the weight cutting. It's the junior high. It's the pressures of trying to transition from JV to varsity. It's you have that loss you didn't anticipate having. It's all of those things that take so much support from moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and brothers and sisters to be able to put up with cranky brothers and sisters that are cutting weight. And, you know, wrestling is a family sport. You know, and it affects. It's not just the ones that live in the house. It's uncles and it's aunts. You look in this crowd right now, and there's uncles and there's aunts and there's cousins and there's shirt-tail relations that are here supporting these guys right now, saying, "Hey, congratulations! Doesn't matter where you go or how you do in state. Congratulations on a fantastic career." And that's what we're saying to these young men too.
Yep.
Fantastic! Congratulations on a major accomplishment. You have made it through and I'm going to say this, the toughest sport that you could partake in. You've made it through till you're a senior at the very least. That is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah, and there's some signature Aitkin Gobbler wrestling chairs that are embroidered in uniquely to each of those wrestlers. That's again part of the Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling Club. But yeah, what we do for these kids is awesome, and what everybody helps do is awesome. And again, we all come together to help build confidence for these young men. And
absolutely.
It's neat to see their accomplishments and where everybody goes through Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling and the alumni. It's just a great family thing.
It is a great family thing. And, you know, the thing that this sport in general teaches these young men goes so far beyond getting your hand raised at the end of a match or standing on a podium at the end of a tournament. The stuff that you carry away from the sport of wrestling is so much more, and it means so much more, and it has so much more of an effect on you than just, hey, I won this many matches or I had this many takedowns.
Yeah, it gave you the confidence to go out and do whatever you can do whenever you want to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations to these 5 young men for their accomplishments. Can't say more about these 5 young men.
No, exactly. Just waiting for the old Thunderhawks to get in here and get warmed up here. The Gobblers are going to go ahead and do a little bit of mat time. We'll take a quick short break here on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back with our color guard and national anthem and some more live Gobbler wrestling here on yourliveevent.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Here in beautiful central Minnesota, we get to enjoy nature every day. At Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, we understand because we live, work, and play here too. However, just because you're not in the big city doesn't mean you can't have access to great internet service. Let MLEC Fiber give you the fast and reliable internet you deserve. Check to see if MLEC Fiber is available where you live. Visit us online or call our office at 218-429-0433.
When you need heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing work, call McGuire Mechanical. They provide quality and timely service for repairs and new construction with residential homes and commercial businesses. When you need the service of heating, cooling, refrigeration, or plumbing, call McGuire Mechanical, 218-927-5400. Serving the Aitkin, Crow Wing counties, and surrounding areas since 2004. Rely on McGuire Mechanical.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
And welcome back, everybody. Lance Bauman, John Klein on yourliveevent.com. Getting ready to kick off here with the national anthem and, of course, our unique color guard as they come and enter into the gymnasium.
And there we go, Lance. We get the "Let's Go Aiken" chant from the seniors in the stands.
Yeah, buddy. Here we go for some more live Aiken Gobbler Wrestling here on yourliveevent.com. The Gobblers fell earlier this year 33-29 to these same Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. So we're going to have a barn burner here again tonight as the Gobblers go ahead and face off with the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
You know, I got to say, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx anything. You know, these guys have definitely put in some match time here. You know, this will be, I think this is going to be a tough matchup. So we'll see how things boil out, and we'll go from there.
Starting off as we do the lineup here, it looks like they're going to have the captains come out here under the light, under the old heat lamp here in the turkey barn.
You know, I remember this from back in the day when I would come in here. I know we've talked about it in the past, but that creates such a nostalgia in this gym.
Oh, for sure. The ambiance is just phenomenal.
You know, the only other place I ever remember doing that was at Park Rapids.
Okay.
Was the only other gym I ever remember wrestling in that did the light in the middle of the gym like that.
Yeah. Put the spotlight on you for sure.
Yep. That was so awesome.
Judging or reffing for us tonight, John Nalen. Veteran ref for sure.
Yeah, he's reffed a lot of matches. Anyways,
yeah.
All right. Looks like the coin flip's been done, and we're going to get into introductions, and we'll see who we've got. I know that we've got some. I don't think that they're back tonight, which is a shame. But we got a couple of guys that have been out. Moving forward, I don't know if we'll have them tonight or not, but I know that we've got some guys that have been out, and if not today, they may be back in the days and to come. Okay, he is back tonight. We'll see if he's.
No, it's Weston Killen.
It is going to be Weston Killen. I know that Pablo is back, but I don't know that I don't think that he's wrestling tonight, obviously. So.
Yeah. And this will be Owen Schauer for the Thunderhawks wrestling at 106. 113 for the Gobblers, Andrew Hutterlick. Joey Seeley for the Thunderhawks there at 113. Jake McGuire at 120 for the Gobblers. John Pilarski for the Gobblers at 126.
You know, Lehman's a tough kid. He wrestles real well. I think that'll be a good match tonight.
Like Tyler Frankie at 132 for the Gobblers. I believe that's Skelly.
No, that's Joe.
Justin Joe.
That's Justin. Yep.
Nathan Trotter at 138. Facing Connor Keith.
I think that Jason Hankey got the wrong starting list. That was Tyler Hacker out at 45, and Walker's unavailable tonight. So we see Kenny Erickson out there
at 152.
Yep.
I believe that could be Connor Higgins.
Yes.
160, the Gobblers send out Hayden Workman.
The Red Squirrel. I got to talk to the announcers and get him to announce him that way.
Just a wild man.
Yep.
170, Jack Grell.
Right.
Facing Weston Danielson.
Right.
Number 6 ranked in the guillotine, Jacob Williams. He'll be facing Jackson Thompson.
All right.
95, senior Caneburn.
I think that Craig might have some paybacks in mind here tonight. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he'll be facing Clayton Danielson, a 10th grader. Clayton Danielson beat Craig Ashton by fall earlier this season.
Yep, up there in Grand Rapids. So that'll be interesting. So
kicking off here, just a heads up and some final scores. Boys hockey after 1, Wadena Deer Creek is 2 at Northern Lakes 0. Again, road crew wrestled earlier tonight. They've defeated Fergus Falls 69-12.
all right, we're going to start off, and I think we're going to be pretty straight up. We're going to see young Shower. He's going to come out here, and he's going to wrestle against Weston Killinan. Again, you can look at the frames here for Shower and for Killinan. Definite size difference. When we look at this, Killinan just trying to make minimum weight here, and obviously Shower is a specimen at 106 pounds.
Yep, just a chiseled, strong young man.
Yep.
Killinan
Weston
trying
works,
to go
gets an
behind
arm
for
drag,
2.
gets 2 takedown. Gets the breakdown. Riding on the right side, chopping the hands, trying to keep control, trying to keep Shower down. Shower trying to work his way up. He's got 1 leg up, 2 legs up, heads for the edge of the mat. Nice mat return by Killinan. Good job here this first 30 seconds of the mat by Killinan, looking for a tilt, looking for some back points. Got a bar in. He's got that T-bar tilt, kind of looking to run that a little bit. He's got it there. He should be getting some count, but we're not getting a count yet. And looks like, yep, and Shower's able to break loose and get a reversal, even in the score at 2. Killinan got a hold of that leg. He's looking to try to work his way out.
Tied up at 2. Minute left here in the first period.
There's a sit out by Killinan. And he goes to the sit out with the head. He's got position on it. He gets the 2 reversal. Looking at back points. Nayland needs to get down and look at this. That was a pin. And he calls off the mat. Oh, you got to be kidding. All right, so Shower living to fight another day here. 6-2 here with 47 seconds left in the first period. Killinan up 6-2. Killinan looking to have some control. Shower trying to reach back. There's an offside half for Killinan, looking to run this half. He's got a wrist now. He's going to pump this. Trying to grab that wrist. He's got to pump it and run it. He's just going to lift and drive here. And he's got him over. And looking for more back points is Killinan here with 15 seconds left. Nayland needs to get down and look. And there's a fall for Weston Killinan at 106 pounds. With 5 seconds left, that's 1 minute and 55 seconds.
And the Gobblers are off firing here at 106. Again, Weston Killinan pins Owen Shower in a minute, 55 seconds. Moving up to 120.
Now
I'm just
gonna say this. Weston Killinan needed that in the worst way.
Oh, he did for sure. He came out and hats off to him. He pulls up a victory here. Andrew Huddelick here at 113, wrestling Joey Seeley. Joey Seeley for the
a 10th grader.
Andrew Huddelick, not a lot of experience up here in the varsity level yet this year, but had a handful of matches.
There's an outside shot by Healy. He's got a high crotch in, switches to a double. He's going to get a lift and to go behind for a 2 takedown. And he goes right into a spladle against Huddelick. but he rolled through in the wrong direction. If Hutter Lake can break hands here, he's in a good spot.
Hopefully try to work into a...
Seeley trying to drift his body back to be able to get shoulder pressure down. Hutter Lake just needs to continue to scoot with him and keep his head up. And Nayland starts the count, and now he's counting again. I don't see the exposure there. I don't see Hutter Lake's shoulders in danger, but Hutter Lake trying to fight out of this. Hutter Lake is able to break that hold. Seeley out to the side. And that'll be a headgear break.
44 seconds left here in the first period. 5-0 Seeley over Hutter Lake. Hutter Lake in the down position for the Gobblers. Seeley from Rapids rides on the left-hand side.
Cross body in, looking to get that second hook in. He does and flattens Hutter Lake out. Seeley looking for a power half. And that is a tight power half. He's got Hutter Lake going. He drifts out of the cross body into the half with the wrist.
15 left here in the first. Hutter Lake trying to fight off that half Nelson. Seeley just reefing on it.
Hutter Lake has a leg hooked, but Seeley definitely cranking. And that's a fall.
With 3 seconds left, that's a fall for Joey Seeley. 156 fall for Joey Seeley. Moving up to 120 pounds here. That ties it up for the Gobblers. 6-6 here going into the 120-pound match.
And we're going to see Asher Brendan from Grand Rapids. And we'll see Jake McGuire at 120 here. Big crash from Brendan. McGuire weathers that.
McGuire comes in tonight 10-9 on the season.
McGuire, tall and lanky again. A really strong tie-up from Brendan. And there's a deep shot by Brendan, but a nice whizzer counter for McGuire. Head position in favor of McGuire at this point, but Brendan getting control over the top. Now he's looking to bring McGuire down. McGuire still fighting that off and is able to clear that. Another big crash by Brendan. And another nice shot by Brendan in deep this time on a single. McGuire trying to get heavy on that leg. Backside trip for Brendan, but that whizzer stays in for McGuire, fighting it off. Working on getting that hip back. Nice hip pressure by McGuire. Nice hip. There's a nice little deep waist tilt for McGuire, trying to get a chance to come behind. Still fighting to come behind here. Got to get off his hip. Brendan still trying to hold on to that single as McGuire's trying to come along behind. And a stalemate is called. We're going to go back to our feet.
40 seconds left here in the first period. 120-pound class. Gobblers tied up with the Thunder at the Hawks. 6-6. No score here at 120.
Hand fighting right there in the center of the mat. Another deep single by Brendan. Whizzer is in for McGuire as he's trying to fight that off again. Another backside trip. This time he gets his two, does Brendan, with 15 seconds left in that first period. Brendan laying parallel. McGuire trying to work back to his base. And it'll be Grand Rapids' choice. Brendan is going to take neutral, both up. Score 2-0, Brendan over McGuire.
This match at 120 pounds brought to you by Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative.
Circling here in the center. Look for Brandon. There it is again, that outside single. Whizzer for McGuire. Can't quite get his whizzer in this time. Brendan doing a good job keeping it tighter. He's going to do another trip. He's trying to control. He's looking to take McGuire with an inside cradle right off of that high single. As he reaches, McGuire's got to keep his head high. And again, Brendan reaches for it. This time he almost has it. Now McGuire's able to get his whizzer in. Trying to get heavy on his hip. McGuire is able to get, and there's that backside trip. Brendan gets his 2.
4-0 Brendan. Minute 15 left here in the second period.
We can hear the crowd is already not very happy here. What's happening is Brendan has a leg trapped on McGuire, and that does meet that expectation. McGuire is able to get his leg free now at this point. Lots of hand fighting going on. Again, Brendan lying parallel with McGuire and controlling hands as McGuire's trying to come back to his base. There's the stalling call on Brendan. Yep. You have to move back and forth, side to side. You gotta make some move to advance position, and that just wasn't happening there. There's a stand up for McGuire, and that almost was a clasping call against Brendan. McGuire looking to, and there's a stalling again against Brendan. McGuire looking to, and he does get a 2-point reversal. So that'll make the score 4-3 in favor of Brendan at the end of the second period. And it'll be McGuire's choice, and he's going to take the down position. And Brendan's going to cut him for his 1. That's actually a pretty smart decision, Lance. Brendan's kind of controlled the things on his feet.
Yeah, Brendan's got both takedowns on the match so far.
Yep. McGuire trying to kind of press action here a little bit. Oh, but he gets caught going for that Russian, and that's going to be a chin whip that's going to be called potentially dangerous against Brendan. That particular hold, you can't grab the chin, and he did do that. Kind of saves McGuire there from a position issue. So. And there's that outside single shot again for Brendan, but this time McGuire in deep with his whizzer, fighting it off. McGuire doing a good job fighting it off, and we're going to be in scramble mode here for McGuire. He's going to have to hold on and really, really fight for that stalemate. He's in tight with it. He's going to have to fight for the stalemate. The more time he can burn fighting for the stalemate, the better. Right now, they're not advancing position.
Minute left.
And he calls 2 takedown for red. Okay, so score is 6-4 for Brennan with 45 seconds left. And now he calls a stalemate after he awarded the 2 points. All right, so we're going to just talk wrestling here, Lance.
I am trying to.
Yep.
35 seconds left here in the third period. Brennan now leads 6-4.
And there's a stalling call. That gives 1 point to McGuire.
Plus an escape ties it up at 6. 20
it should
seconds.
be 6. Yep, should be 6-6 with the escape. It is tied at 6. 12 seconds left in the period. There's a fireman's attempt by McGuire. Now looking for a back door. And Brandon's going to get a little bit of a shoulder toss. He's going to get points at the end of the period. 2-point takedown, 2 near fall. Make it 10-6 loss for Jake McGuire right at the end of the match.
That'll bring a 3-point victory for the Thunderhawks. Bring it up to 9-6 in favor of the Thunderhawks. Moving up to 126 pounds, this match will be brought to you by the Aitkin Body Shop. John Pilarski and facing
Lehman.
Alex Lehman. This will be a fun match to watch.
Yes, this is going to be a good match. Both of these guys are accomplished guys. Kind of a little feeling out moment here. Both guys hands forward. Collar tie by Lehman. Quick shot by Pilarski. Pilarski looking to change levels and get a shot. Lehman takes that away by dropping to a knee. Lehman with a lot more space. He takes a shot. Underhooks counter for Pilarski. Lehman controlling both hands. There's a slide by Pilarski just to clear. Team score 9-6 at 126 pounds in favor of the Thunderhawks from Grand Rapids.
No score here. A minute 15 left here in the first at 126. Pilarski in that low shot.
Lehman counters with a Russian tie, drops to his own single, and then switches to a double roll through by Pilarski, trying to fight this off. They're going to be in a bit of a scramble here. Lehman looking to come out backdoor. Pilarski looking to control ankles. Pilarski looking to roll through. He's on his hip right now. And there's a quick stalemate.
46 seconds left here in the first period. No score at 126.
Hand control for Lehman, head pressure. Pilarski wrestles away from underneath. Collar and hand tie, heel pick counter for Lehman. Pilarski looks for his own shot. That doesn't go. Both wrestlers posting up. Shot fake by Lehman. Big sprawl by Pilarski. 20 seconds left. There's a little knee pick attempt by Lehman that almost gave Pilarski a throw, but he backed out of it. Snap down into a knee pick for Lehman, and he will get his two, and he's looking to try to get Pilarski right to his back, and now we've got danger for Pilarski and back points being counted, and that'll be it. 3 near fall.
5-0 Lehman going into the second period.
Little discussion from Coach Greg Hills with the referee about something that was going on out there.
Pilarski's going to take the down position.
Down 5-0 to Lehman. Stand up, countered by Lehman. Another stand up for Pilarski. Lehman doing a good job sliding to the side. Putting a lot of pressure on Pilarski right now. Lehman looking for a crossbody. Pilarski looking to come up. Lehman's able to get one leg in, but that's kind of being countered by Pilarski, trying to keep his shoulders flat. Now double hooks are in. Pilarski's able to counter. He's got one hook that's countered. Lehman has one loose. Pilarski trying to work his way back up. Lehman still trying to work on that crossbody and keep Pilarski flat, which he is able to do. And Lehman again has that double hooks in. You have to advance position with that. You have to advance position. Not much happening. .35 seconds left in the second period. Score 5-0. Pilarski trying to fight off this three-quarter Nelson by Lehman, and he does, but now Lehman goes the other direction trying to fight it. Pilarski doing a good job fighting off this double hook cross body ride. It's hard to fight off. Johnny's trying to get hands free. Lehman looking for a bar. Pilarski able to counter. Ball and chain for Lehman, trying that 5 seconds left in the period. And that'll be the end of the second period. Score 5-0. Lehman over Pilarski going into the third period at 126 pounds.
Lehman's choice.
And he's going to take neutral. Johnny circling, hands in front. Lehman reaching. There's a decided height advantage for Lehman. And there was a shot by Pilarski, just a bit off balance, countered by Lehman. Lehman looking for a backside trip, can't get it. Now he looks for heel pick, and he will get that. He'll take Pilarski right to his back.
Minute 30 left here in the third. Pilarski scrambling.
Yep, there's an inside cradle attempt by Lehman as he's trying to look for a fall here. There it is.
It'd be a fall in 4 minutes and 43 seconds. That'll bring it 15-6 in favor of the Thunderhawks. Now wrestling for the Gobblers, Tyler Frankie will be facing Justin Job.
Job again ranked number 10 in the Guillotine magazine. Job incredibly smooth. He works into double underhooks, jacks Frankie up, looking to finish here. Frankie gets a little bit of a hip in, but countered by Job. There's two takedown. Job looking for a tilt, and he gets the tilt. I don't know why we're getting a count there, but angle wasn't achieved. And 3 points awarded for Job. Big crossface by Job looking for a cradle. And that's a big cradle, very, very tight by Job. And that's a quick fall.
21 now in favor of the Thunderhawks over the Gobblers.
43 seconds for Justin Job.
Now at 138 pounds, the Gobblers are going to show Nathan Trotter. Nope, sorry. Change it up. We're going to go.
We're going to see Hacker.
Hacker come out.
Hacker at 38. And he's going to come out against, I believe this is Connor Keith. Or we'll see here. All right, and we're going to see Trotter. Evidently there was a bit of a overzealousness there maybe on who we were going to check in, and so we got and Connor Keith. Trotter and Keith.
This match brought to you by the Tire Barn in Aitkin.
Cotter and Trotter with collar ties mutually on about the center of the mat. Mutual collar elbow ties. And we'll have blood time for Trotter. So we've got match score actually is incorrect on the board. It should be 21-6 in favor of Grand Rapids over Aitkin. And there, they got it corrected. Official cuts the blood time. We're going to get back to action here.
Nathan Trotter wrestling Connor.
Connor Keith, a 9th grader at 138 pounds for Grand Rapids.
And they're going to restart. Minute 13 left here in the first period at 138 pounds.
Very aggressive tie-ups there. Trotter trying to get into a Russian tie, and he does. There's the drag portion. Now he's got a front headlock. Yep, and that'll be a stall call.
Stalling on Connor.
And there's an outside shot from Keith. He gets in. Trotter fighting it off with the whizzer. Body lock for Keith. Big time whizzer and a roll for Trotter. And he's got Keith right straight to his back. Trotter drifts to the outside, getting back points counted. Trotter now shifts to the headlock position, and Keith is able to roll out of it.
18 seconds left here in the first period. Trotter leads now 5-0. Trotter's going to take the down position going into the second period here. Trotter gets set. Keith gets on the left-hand side.
All right, and that'll be a caution for
Keith.
Yes, when you come on, just so you guys know, when you take the up position, you can't put an excessive amount of weight on your opponent, so you have to be careful how you come on. Trotter looking to get his one. And he does get his one, but he steps into a trip, doesn't get it, so he settles for his one. 6-0. Trotter working hand control. There's a collar tie by Keith. There's a nice outside shot from Keith. Again, countered by Trotter, and he's going to get his 2 takedown. He goes right into a bar. He's going to try to get Keith to go. And he's going to get called for a chicken wing.
Minute 22 left here in the second period. 8-0 Trotter.
And we'll have blood time.
This is definitely a lot of energy in the old barn here tonight.
You know, that's a really nice word that you use. There is a lot of energy.
Yeah, oh, for sure. For sure. The air is thick. And 6-21 in favor of the Thunderhawks right now at 138 pounds. This match brought to you by the Tire Barn in Aitkin. Connor Keith gets set in the center of the mat. Trotter leading 8-0. Gets on the right-hand side there. Gets in heavy on the hips.
Trotter doing some good things, trying to keep control of Keith. Now he's looking at a 2-on-1 ball and chain. He's got the arm pulled. Keith fights it off. Crossface for Trotter. Keith works back to his base. Sit out for Keith doesn't go. Cowboy ride for Trotter. He's going to scoop that arm. Does get the arm scoop, but Keith is able to clear it and get back control of it. Trotter rolling wrists. Brings the arm across. He's got control. Now he's going to have to tap that far shoulder in one way or another. You see Keith suck that arm in. Trotter's going to run that as a bar, and Keith is able to clear that arm.
28 seconds left here in the second period. Trotter leads 8-0.
Trotter brings that arm back across, now into the bar. He runs it, and it is tight. Getting some back points counted. Trotter sags back, got pressure in, and that should be a fall. And Trotter's going to sink that half back in. He's going to settle his weight. 9 seconds left in the period. 5 seconds left in the period. Trotter's looking for the fall. Not quite sure, and almost. That'll make it 11-0 going into the third period. Trotter's decision. No, it's actually Keith's decision, and he's going to take neutral. Trotter with a big head snap. Keith backs up. Yep, absolutely. Those head snaps, and that's going to be 1 point for Trotter. Deep collar or elbow ties there, Lance. Those are extremely tight. Lots of pressure from both wrestlers on that. There's a heel pick attempt by Keith. Slide by to a Russian for Trotter. Keith backing off the mat. Arm drag for Trotter, gets his 2 points.
14-0.
And you hear the coaches saying pin him. They want to see a fall here. Little over a minute left. Trotter, big crossface from Trotter. Trotter looking to get a tilt here. He's got back points. Nope. He's holding up 2, so there's the match. Tech fall.
16-0 victory for Nathan Trotter. Nice tech fall.
Yeah, he earned that one.
Nice hustle, buddy. That'll bring the team score up now. Gobblers get 5 off of that. Brings it 11-21.
And we're going to see Tyler Hacker coming out here at 145. And he's going to come out, I believe this is going to be Moreland, Tanner Moreland.
This 145-pound match brought to you by Haskamp Brothers Well Drilling.
Would love to see Hacker come out here and throw one of his patented lateral drops and just end this quick. He's got good hips. He's got a really good lateral. But Moreland comes in with some collar crashes, really heavy.
Road crew over Melrose, 48-27 there on the other Your Live event in Pequot.
There's an inside single for Moreland, and he gets 2. Moreland looking to try to hook up a cradle. Hacker gets a stand up. Mat returned by Moreland. And they're going to cut Hacker. Score 2-1. Hacker gets a shot in on a double. Big sprawl by Moreland. And he's got and he does have a 3/4 Nelson in, and he takes Hacker right to his back. And that is tight into a headlock position. Hacker trying to roll through. Very, very tight by Moreland.
50 seconds left here in the first period. Senior Hacker fighting off his back.
And there's a fall.
That'll be a fall in a minute, 15 seconds for Tanner Moreland over senior Tyler Hacker. Brings it 27-11 in favor of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
All right, we're going to see Kenny Erickson coming out here at 152.
Gobblers got to start firing. They're getting another 6 they have to give up at 220.
Yep, we've got to start to make some ground here. We're going to see, I think this is Ritter from Grand Rapids. All right, collar tie slide by for Erickson. He looking to maybe try to get a butcher. There's 2 points takedown awarded. Erickson tries for the butcher, doesn't get it. Was able to maintain control. Right into a tilt goes Erickson. Got a 2-on-1 roll through tilt. He's trying to get. Got to be careful. Don't force it. Now he's going to look at a bar. Ritter's trying to come up. Erickson gets him flat.
This match brought to you by Security State Insurance.
Erickson looking for a guillotine, maybe a ball and chain off of that crossbody. He's actually going to look for that ball and chain tilt off the crossbody. Ritter being real strong here, though, fighting that off. Kenny needs to get that elbow in the rib cage to be able to get that tilt.
He's got it a little too deep in there.
Yep. He's got to get that elbow to sit right in the rib cage. There, he sits it back in the back. Now he's just got to control, bring him over, and there it is. He should be getting count, and he is. That's a slow count, but it's counting. There's a 3 near fall. Kenny's going to release, and they'll start back at the center. 5-0, Kenny Erickson.
.34 seconds left here in the first period. 5-0 Erickson. False start. Caution. Caution on Erickson.
You look at Kenny trying to get that breakdown. Ritter's trying to lean in. Kenny trying to control, looking for that tilt again. He's got the T-bar in this time. Now into a cowboy ride. Trying to get that leg hook. Now he's going to try to come through and tap that far shoulder. Ritter's going to fight that off. 10 seconds left in the first period. Good breakdown into a bar for Erickson. He's going to try to run this. Ritter leans into it. Lift step for Erickson. Nothing there. Second period.
5-0 Erickson going into the second period at 152 pounds. His choice. He defers here at the Security State Insurance 152-pound match. Ritter takes a down position.
Sit out by Ritter. Granny stand up. Body lock mat return attempt by Erickson. Ritter just goes back down, cross body in. Ritter stands up with it in, and that's potentially dangerous. We'll start again.
Ritter set.
Inside stand up for Ritter. He's going to do the same thing. So now you hear Grand Rapids coaches saying stand up every time. When you throw that crossbody and you stand up, it's an immediate, just because of the torque on the knees, that's an immediate potentially dangerous. So now you see Kenny trying to stay away from that. He's going to try to get a tilt. Now he's got that leg in. You're going to see Ritter trying to come back up to that stand up. Kenny's looking for a guillotine this time. Looking for that guillotine this time. If he brings it back here, so there he slides in on it, and there it is. That's tight. That's tight. That's easy. That's extremely tight. It should be a fall.
Got a minute left here in the second period.
And Ritter's able to clear. Erickson goes to the headlock. And there's the fall for Erickson.
Bumps the team score up to 17-27 in favor of the Thunderhawks. I couldn't tell you what that time was. It was in the second period, though.
Well, and now we see Coach Schauer kind of giving the ref a little bit of the razz on that guillotine. But there was nothing illegal with that one, because actually what Kenny did is he brought the arm behind him from underneath, so there was no torque on the shoulder. Very legal there.
Kenny Erickson moves to 28-6 on the season.
All right, we're going to see the red squirrel himself, Hayden Workman. And I believe it's going to be Oliver Spann. Two redheads. There's a lot of heavy crashes already, 5 seconds in. Hayden with his unorthodox stance, one hand high, one hand low. He's doubled underhooks, trying to jack up Spann. Spann wrestling with elbows tight inside. Another big crash by Workman. He settles back to the center. Crashes by Spann. There's double underhooks into a body lock for Workman, but Spann just turns away. 2-point takedown for Workman. Spann working on a stand-up. Workman doing a good job keeping him down. Off the mat they go.
This match brought to you by Cummings Jansen Realty at 160. Workman leads 2-0.
Workman getting a little bit high. Stand-up attempt by Spann. Good breakdown by Workman, keeping him down. And there's a beautiful backside trip for the mat return for Workman. Another granny stand-up for Spann, and Workman cuts him. Score 2-1. Spann staying elbows tight. He does not want to let Workman up underneath.
.43 seconds left here in the first period.
Workman's hands guarding that front foot, looking for that crash. There's a crash and an underhook. Spann backs out of it. Again, same thing. 20 seconds left in that first period. Workman trying to work his way in. There's a Russian tie for Workman. Spann backs out of it, looks at the clock. Crash and an underhook for Workman.
Going into the second period, Workman leads 2-1.
Spann's choice, he's going to take down.
Spahn takes down position. Workman cuts him for 1, ties it up at 2 going into the second period.
Workman looking to set something up again. Spahn keeping those elbows really, really tight. He knows what Hayden's going to do. These guys know each other. Spahn knows that Hayden's going to work those underhooks. He's going to look to try to get a throw. There's a crash underhook again. Spahn fights it off. Hayden gets crash underhook again. Spahn's backing away. Another crash underhook for Workman. Spahn fights it off. And there's a stalling call against Spahn. Crash underhook for Workman. More of the same. There's a beautiful double by Workman. Can he finish? Right near the edge of the mat, off the mat they go.
Minute left here in the second period, tied up at 2, 160-pound Cummings Jansen Realty match.
You see Spann's hands, you see how those elbows are in, those hands are out. That's just defending that Greco style that Hayden brings. He wants to get underhooks, he wants to get body locks, he wants that crash and that underhook, and that's what Spann is trying to defend right now. Elbows tight, hands wide, very, very defensive style trying to face off against Workman right now. A lot of the same kind of stuff. Workman trying to work into stuff. Not a lot going on. Spahn takes a look at the clock again. Arm drag attempt by Workman. Spahn counters. Crash and an underhook for Workman. 5 seconds left in the period. Another crash underhook, trying to get the overhook on the head this time. Green's choice, he's going to take down. That is Workman.
Workman set, Oliver on the left-hand side.
Granny stand up for Workman, Matt return for Span. Again, Workman again trying to come up. Head lever for Spahn. He is really ranking on that. Right near the edge of the mat into a bar. Workman with a stand up, off the mat they go.
Workman set, minute 45 left here in the third period.
Inside stand up for Workman, trying to come up, does come up, turns his body into Span, but off the mat they go. No points. Workman sets with a wide base, a lot of weight forward. Into the granny stand up, hands are up, and he's loose, 4-1. Crash and underhooks. Workman leading the action with an underhook.
Hockey score over in Wadena Deer Creek. Northern Lakes beating Wadena Deer Creek 4-2. Devin Kruger on the call over there at the other Your Live event. And brought to you by rjbroadcasting.com.
Underhook. Workman trying to get his underhooks in. Collar tie by Span. Workman trying to work his stuff. Steps back.
45 seconds
Crashing
left
an
in the
underhook.
third.
And there's a shot by Span, countered by Workman, looking to come around, looking to get that front headlock. There's a throw by, can't quite get it for Workman. Both up, 25 seconds left. There's a shot by Span again. And there's a slide by Span, but off the mat they go.
16 left here in the third period. 3-2, Workman leads.
Workman trying to work inside, 10 seconds. There's a shot by Span. There's a stalling on Workman. Another shot, and 3 seconds left. Workman with a front headlock, and that'll be a 3-2 victory. Hayden Workman over Span.
That'll bring the team score up to 20-27. Now we're moving up to 170.
And that's interesting.
That'll bring it 26-27. Grell picks up a forfeit.
And we'll see Weston Danielson at 182. And I see what they're doing. They want to see Danielson against Williams. And they're going to put Byrne out. Yep.
Burns going to be at 182.
And there was a quick little shot fake and into double underhooks for Byrne. Danielson counters by bringing those hands together. He gets his own crash into an underhook. Another crash from Byrne. There's a slide-by attempt by Danielson. We got beast mode out here with both of these guys. Very, very strong dudes.
This match brought to you by the Aitkin Wrestling Club at 182 pounds.
Outside shot for Byrne does not go. Underhooks for Byrne, looking to get the throw. He's going to get the go behind and 2 takedown on Danielson. A little bit high. He's got to stay a little bit under control, rolling the wrists. Just over a minute left. Byrne looking for direction from the bench. Byrne looking to keep him broke down. Keeping pressure on him. Wrestling behind those arms, chopping that arm. Byrne trying to wrestle behind. There's a granny stand up for Danielson. Byrne looks for the cradle, can't get it. Looking for another cradle, arms, hand control for Byrne. There's a switch attempt by Danielson, does not go. Byrne's able to get Danielson broke down. Crossface for Byrne. Another crossface for Byrne, chopping the arm, looking for the cradle. Danielson doing nothing, but there's a little bit of a granny stand up. 20 seconds left. Byrne looking for a mat return. Looking for the mat return, looking for the lift, gets the lift, and there's the mat return. Pressure on the head, looking for the half. Cradle attempt by Byrne. A knee slide by Danielson doesn't go. And that's the first period. Byrne up 2-0 going into the second period.
Senior Kane Byrne comes in tonight 12-12 on the season.
Danielson going to take down. We got to stay smart and stay under control here going through these last 2 periods. Can't get overzealous. Byrne just has to wrestle within himself here. Riding on the left side. Bump breakdown attempt. Danielson fights that off. Again, a breakdown by, now Byrne's looking for that cradle again. Danielson flattens out. Danielson staying flat. Byrne looking for a cradle here. Byrne staying heavy. There's a knee slide out by Danielson. Countered by Byrne. He's going to keep him flat. He wants to keep that foot out. Wrestling a little far forward now. Byrne's going to have to fight this off. He's in on a double as Danielson, and he's going to get a reversal for 2 to tie it up. Byrne trying to get loose. And Byrne still trying to get loose. And he does. There's his 1 point. Danielson working his way in, crashing an underhook for Byrne. Score 3-2, Byrne over Danielson. Crashing an underhook again. Both these guys swatting a little bit. Snapping down from Danielson. Byrne trying to work his way through.
29 left here in the second period. Byrne leads 3-2.
Byrne standing a little bit high. Inside control. 15 seconds in the second period. Score 3-2 in favor of Kane Byrne. Byrne needs to circle. Working his way back. Slide by Danielson. Does not go. Byrne working his way through. That hand control. Oh. Okay, third period. Byrne's choice. All right. And Byrne's going to take neutral position. Both these guys very tired right now. Collar elbow ties. Kane just needs to wrestle again. Wrestle within himself. Stay smart here. Position is important in this kind of a match. There's a slide by attempt by Danielson that Byrne's able to step away from. Byrne with a collar tie. Big crash from Danielson. Snap down from Danielson. Returned by Byrne. Duck under attempt by Byrne. He pushes him off. Another crash from Byrne. Getting the push back. There's a single by Danielson, and he will get 2 right near the edge of the mat. Looking at back points. He's going to get back points. Off the mat they go. Roll through for, that should have been a 2 roll, and they give 2 near fall for Danielson, but no points for Byrne.
6-3 Danielson. Minute 16 left here in the third.
All right, Burns going to need to get a reversal here. Side roll or something would be really, really good here. There's a turnaround. Looking to get his one is Byrne. And he's going to get one. Looking for a cradle here. Now, Danielson sucks that arm in. Byrne trying to get clear. 57 seconds left. Burns trying to get clear. Danielson, and they're going to call a stalemate. And no points awarded. Burns going to start down again.
Byrne is set. Danielson on the right-hand side. 53 left here in the third.
Okay. This time, Byrne looking to come around and get his two. He's awarded the two. Now he's got to try to get a turn here. He's going to give up the one, and then he's got to get two. But he's not going to give the one. 30 seconds left. And there's a Kelly by Danielson. Puts Byrne right on his back. And it is tight now with a reverse half headlock. That is very, very tight.
Weston Danielson catches Kane Byrne for the fall. 5 minutes and 47-second fall. 33 to 26 in favor of Grand Rapids.
So as I look at this, we'll see Williams at 195. And he's going to come out here against, I believe this is going to be Logan Martin.
No, I think it's Jackson Thompson.
Oh, yep, it is. So as I look at this, even if Williams gets a pin here, it's going to be out of reach for
the Gobblers.
So now it's just personal stuff. There's a underhook into a double for Williams. Takes Thompson right to his back here, looking at back points, and he's going to cut him. No back points awarded. Scored 2-1 Williams.
Williams comes in tonight 28-2 this season.
And ranked in the Guillotine magazine.
At number 6.
Yep. Underhook for Williams. That's where he runs most of his stuff off. Thompson doing a good job of controlling hands and staying back. Looks for that knee slide. Thompson's able to back away. Off the edge of the mat. And we're going to restart. Another collar tie for Williams. Thompson trying to keep his distance. Right inside with that collar tie is Williams again. Thompson pulls it down, and again, same spot. And that'll be the end of the first period. Score 2-1, Williams. And ref's going to say that was on him. Stand up for Williams. Turns inside. Underhooks. 1 point awarded for Williams. Double underhooks for Williams. Thompson backing away. Jacks it up into a body lock, and that's 2 takedown for Williams. And he's going to get the mat return 4-1. Williams rolling wrists. Head pressure into a front headlock cradle, and Thompson gets loose. 5-2.
Should be bumped up to 6-2.
Yep.
Two takedowns, 1 escape.
Yep.
And another one.
Thompson with inside binds on Williams. Is able to back away. There's a nice duck under to a single for Williams, and he'll get his 2 points again. 7-2. And he's going to cut him again. Thompson's up quick. 7-3. Inside crash. Switches for Williams. Williams spins away. Crash again from Williams. 15 seconds left in the second period. Score 7-3, Jacob Williams over Thompson from Grand Rapids.
The Aitkin Wrestling Club would like to thank all of the great support that we get at the October Turkey Bingo. Williams in another great double leg.
Yep. Right at the end of the period, scores 2 more takedown, puts him up 9-3. It'll be Thompson's choice. He's going to take down. And Williams is going to take that optional start.
9-3.
And he spins away. That'll be 9-4. Inside crash for Williams.
Again, Aitkin Wrestling Club does a lot for
Beautiful.
the Aitkin Gobbler wrestlers.
Beautiful
Nice.
high crotch off of his inside binds. That is absolutely gorgeous on the behalf of Jacob Williams. That is a thing of beauty. 11-5. Williams over Thompson. Another one looking for Williams, but he can't quite get it. Come on, make him wrestle!
.58 left here in the third period. Williams leads, going in for another double leg.
Beautiful double, and he'll finish for 2. 13-5. Williams will cut him.
Williams scored all the points on both sides in this match.
Yeah, another crash. Williams needs to get one more for his major. There's an outside shot. Into a double goes Williams. He's going to look to come up. Thompson really heavy on the hips. Williams fighting it. He's going to go to a body lock. Got his head in the way a little bit. Thompson's able to fight that one off. 15 seconds left. Outside shot. Club shot. And that'll end that period. 13-6 in favor of Jacob Williams. All right.
Team score now 29-33. Joe Berg picks up a forfeit. It should be 39-29. Again, now this is out of the reach for the Gobblers to the top. Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids are going to pull off a victory here tonight, but senior Craig Ashton coming out for the Gobblers, 32-4 on the season. Rematch here. Again, Clayton here beat Craig Ashton last time. Craig ain't messing around this time.
Nope, coming in hard. Snapped, looked at a headlock. Danielson backing away a bit. And again, we see a lot of the same stuff. The Greco counters. Elbows are tight, hands are up. There's a headlock hook up for Ashton. Now he's got an overhook and an underhook. Looking at the whizzer, looking to get the throw here. Danielson's fighting it off. Snap down attempt by, and there's a trip by Danielson who falls down. That'll be a 2 takedown for Ashton. Ashton spins around.
Into a cradle.
Yeah, he's looking at it right here. I think he's looking to finish this quick and just kind of prove a point. Craig's got the loose cradle. He's got the tilt portion of it hooked up, so he's going to get back points here. And he does.
This match brought to you by McGuire Mechanical of Aitkin.
Craig looking again. This time he's looking to really hook this up. Danielson fights it off. Again, a crossface for Craig. Danielson's not really just fighting those hands off, just kind of hanging out. Works his up to his base. Craig steps over looking to stack, getting back points again. Craig gets a little high. Going to sit back on it here a little bit, looking to get the back points. There's back points exposed again. That'll be the end of the period. Should be 8-0 going into the second period in favor of Craig Ashton.
Craig's choice, he takes a down position. Gobblers trail 29-39. After that 220-pound forfeit.
Coach Showers says, hey, cut him. Put him back on the feet. He knows what happened last time. So 9-0 in favor of Ashton. And look again how tight those elbows are. Danielson does not want to let Craig inside on that. So he's being very careful about that. Crashing an underhook for Craig. Danielson holding way back. There's a little bit of a club and a slap from Danielson. Craig looking to counter wrestle here, waiting for Danielson to do something. There was a Russian tie attempt by Danielson. Ashton with a crash. Danielson just kind of fighting the hands off. Slide by, kind of a shuck attempt by Danielson, but that does not go. Craig being careful here. He doesn't want to fall into the same thing happened last time. Crash by Craig. Danielson fights it off. Craig trying to work his way in here. Danielson just good defense. Crashes by Craig as he starts to, he does this periodically where he ramps the energy up and kind of forces the action. There he's got a crash and an underhook, looks for that backside trip, getting a little bit wild. Danielson in on a single. Craig slows it back down, looking to come around to get his 2, and he does. That's 2. And that'll take us into the third period. And Danielson's going to take down. Craig's going to cut him. Score 11-1 in favor of Craig Ashton. Start of the third period as they start to work in close to each other here. Hand control, mutual hand control. We know what Craig would like to see here.
Yep. Yeah, we do. He just wants to sit there and just launch them.
Yep.
But, with that said, Danielson's doing a good job defending it off and not showing much aggression here. He's just sitting back and letting Craig do all the work.
Right. And you heard his bench say, "Hey, let him come to you." You know, that's not necessarily a bad idea. You do have to still push the action a little bit. But you can see by the stance, it's a purely defensive stance. It's not an aggressive stance. Elbows are tight, hands are out front, real wide. There's a crash by Danielson as he looks for an overhook. There we're starting to see a little bit, some inside binds by both wrestlers, kind of fighting position here. There's a little bit of a snap from Danielson. Hands are tight, elbows are tight. "50 seconds. Inside again for Ashton. Danielson's not really pushing the action here. Craig takes a little look at the clock to see what he's got. 30 seconds left. Another crash by Craig. Underhooks, and there was a throw attempt for Danielson. Ashton's able to avoid it. That was really kind of close there for a second. No points. Craig's coming around, going to get his 2. That was a close lateral attempt by Danielson at that point. 2 takedown for Ashton. 10 seconds left. 13-1. And Danielson's going to be content to end the match there. 13-1 victory for Craig Ashton.
That'll bring the team score 39 to 33 final.
All right.
And that'll be the final. 39 for Grand Rapids, 33 for the Aitkin Gobblers. Craig Ashton picks up a victory here, a major decision at 13-1 here to finish off the night. The Gobblers give up that forfeit, which is detrimental for the Gobblers, so they'll end up losing by 6.
Yep.
Let's start right back off here, John. Again, thank you as always for spending all your great, precious time with me. I am truly grateful.
Well, and you should just also remember that you are truly blessed as well.
Oh, ain't I ever.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's go ahead and kick it off here at 106 pounds for the Gobblers. Pick up the first 6 as Weston Killinan picks up a fall over Owen Shower at 106.
You know what? Fun for Weston Killinan. You know, he's had a rough go at it. First year varsity, it's always your toughest year. This is the best match I've seen him wrestle. He came out against a bigger, stronger guy. He dominated from the start. Good takedowns, good inside control. Got in, he stayed aggressive, was able to get the turn, and then finished with the pin. That's just really good, aggressive technique wrestling on the behalf of Killinan. He is growing leaps and bounds every match.
Yeah, so hats off to you, Weston. Way to go. Good job, buddy.
Yep.
At 113 pounds, Andrew Huddley loses by fall to Joey Seeley in 1:56 seconds.
You know, that's the other side of the coin when we talked about Killinan. Huddley, first year varsity, toughest year that you're ever going to have on varsity. You go out against an experienced guy like Seeley, and your Huddley, yeah, that's a tough goal, you know. Yeah. But he did what he could, went out there and wrestled his match.
Bumping up to 120, Jake McGuire loses a 10-6 decision to Asher Brendan.
You know, and that was just really, really close. I know that Jake was trying to win that match. It was a tie match. Jake went for a kind of a finish move there, looking for a 5-point winner. And ultimately it failed on him. He gave up 2, and then he gave up the 2 back point right there at the end of the match. You know, that happens. I applaud the kid for making the effort. Hey, I don't want this to go to overtime. I want to win it now. You know, and this time it just backfired on him a little bit. But again, Jake McGuire, young guy coming up, definitely got great things ahead.
For sure. John Pilarski at 126 gets caught by fall to Alex Lehman.
Yep.
Again, those two have been going back and forth over the years, and this time it goes to Alex Lehman.
Yep. You know, Johnny went out and wrestled well. Lehman had a little bit of an edge on his feet tonight, and then, like you said, he was able to get that ankle pick, stayed heavy with that ankle pick, was able to take Johnny right to his back, and Johnny just couldn't get loose. You know, that's a rough night. You get caught like that. It happens to everybody. You know, come back and fight hard next time. You know, it was still a good match by Pilarski.
Bump it up to 132 pounds. Tyler Frankie for the Gobblers gives up a fall to Justin Job, state ranked number 10.
Well, and here's what I'll say. And this is what I'll say. Tyler Frankie, another first-time guy. You know, first year wrestling. You put him out there against a guy in Justin Job. Now, Justin Job was ranked 10th on the guillotine. I've watched this kid from the time that he was in elementary school. I am a firm believer that Justin Job should be rated in the top 5. That is a absolute stud of a 132-pounder, and I don't know that he has necessarily gotten his fair shake. Justin Job is a stud, and maybe quite possibly the stud at 132 pounds.
Yeah, especially for Grand Rapids, too. Probably by far the leader for the Thunderhawks.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Again, bumping up to 138 pounds now. We juggled around a little bit, and Nathan Trotter picks up a 16-0 tech fall over Connor Keith.
You know, honestly, in my opinion, I've said this a couple other matches by Trotter. One of the things I loved in this match, absolutely loved in this match, was how fired up and aggressive Nathan was. At times, Nathan gets kind of comfortable. You know, he's like, I'm up by a few points. I'm going to wrestle careful. He was not careful tonight. He was aggressive. He wanted points. He wanted a fall. He wanted that tech fall. He wanted those bonus points. Quite possibly one of the better matches that I've ever seen Trotter wrestle. He was aggressive. He went out looking for points.
He did. He wrestled phenomenal. Again, moving in, this will be the last match for the Gobblers as they get ready to go to the section tournaments here shortly. At 145 pounds, Tyler Hacker gives up a fall to Tanner Moreland at 115 at 145 pounds.
Yep, tough match. Hacker just, I think, was just kind of outmatched on that one. You know, Moreland came out, was aggressive, was able to get in tight on that reverse half headlock and ended the match, you know, ended the night for Hacker kind of early there. So
For sure. At 152 pounds, Kenny Erickson picks up a fall in the second period over Warren Ritter.
Yeah, again, that's a match where Erickson comes in and he just dominates, start to finish on that match, controls it from point one to the end point there, and turns him over and doesn't let him off. That was just a really, really good match for Erickson.
Hayden Workman at 160 picks up a 3-2 victory over Oliver Spahn at 160.
Great match. Great match. In my opinion, probably the match of the night, just because Workman and Spahn were so evenly matched and wrestled so hard against each other. And for Workman to come out with that 3-2, he had to wrestle at the top of his game that entire match.
At 170 pounds, the senior Jack Grell comes up and picks up a forfeit at 170.
Yep. I think that was a bit of maneuvering and some strategy by Coach Schauer there in Grand Rapids. It worked out for him. I would have liked to have seen Jack Russell tonight. But, hey, at this stage, if you can save a little energy looking at tournaments, okay.
Yep, that happens. At 182, senior Kane Byrne came out and was looking phenomenal against Weston Danielson. But with 13 seconds left in the match, gets caught by fall to Weston Danielson.
Yes, that match with Kane Byrne, he wrestled extremely well. But again, that's that inexperience. He let his position kind of get a little bit lopsided, got a little bit high. Danielson hit a little more of an advanced move for those two, hit that Kelly, got him into a rough position and ended Kane's night. Not to say Kane didn't wrestle well. He wrestled extremely well. Wrestled aggressive, used some techniques we haven't seen him use before. It was good to see.
Yeah, for sure. At 195 pounds, then Jacob Williams bumps up and takes a 13-6 victory over Jackson Thompson.
You know, just more of the same with Jacob there. Good takedowns, good control, controlled the tempo of that match. Thompson was able to slow it down a little bit with his defense. Didn't give Williams a whole bunch to work with, and you know, Jacob still comes out with putting up 13 points, gets the decision. Good match for Jacob.
At 220, the Gobblers give up a forfeit to Joe Bugg. But then at a heavyweight, Craig Ashton picks up a 13-1 revenge major victory over Clayton Danielson.
You know, that was almost lightning striking twice with that lateral right there at the end in the third period. Craig felt it coming, and he just swam away, got loose, was able to turn around, got his 2. The only point that he gave up was the one that he cut him at the beginning of the 3rd period. Craig wrestled extremely well.
Again, the Gobblers fall 39-33 for this last home duel with the Gobblers here in Aitkin. Joining me now at 106 pounds, young 7th grader Weston Killinan is going to be our energy wrestler of the night. He kicked off the Gobblers with a quick victory pin over Owen Shower. And joining me now, Weston.
I'm going to say one real quick thing while this young man's sitting here. I've watched him come up from the elementary program. I've watched him as he's grown step by step. We've talked about things that he's been wanting to accomplish out here, and I'm pretty sure that when you ask him, he's going to tell you that this is definitely going to be one of the high points for his season, coming out on top of this match and coming out there and putting on a show for us right at 106 pounds. Proud of you, kid. You keep up this work, all right? All right. Here, I'm going to hand you over to Lance.
All right. Joining me now, Weston Killinan, 106-pound wrestler for the Aitkin Gobblers. Again, Weston, congratulations on starting us off here and getting us a quick 6 there at 106 pounds. What were you thinking when you went out to that match? What did you have to do?
I was a little nervous just because, I've never wrestled him before, and then I had that JV match before that one too. But, Coach told me just go out and wrestle.
Just go out and just do what you do, and it like John said, I echo it too. It's phenomenally just amazing to see as a young man go through the elementary ranks, get out here. You are giving up a little bit of weight at 106 pounds, but no matter what, you don't show any. You don't flinch. You walk out there, you just do your job, you get after it and get it done. So again, giving up a couple pounds really doesn't matter to you. You got your technique, you're going to grow into your body. You're right towards the end of the year right now. You're really hitting on all cylinders again, and it's really awesome to see you succeed here tonight, especially picking up a fall over Owen Shower.
Thank you, yeah.
Yep, and then you get a little bit of break here, and we get going into individuals here or teams sections here on the 16th and 17th, and then individuals on the 25th. Now that you're on the old yourliveevent.com, is there anybody you want to say thank you to?
Just all my coaches for believing me throughout the season.
Yeah, there's nothing more important than a good coach and good teammates and everything else. And you know, it's really good to see you. You're branching out, and unfortunately, that's the last night that a lot of these 5 seniors are going to be in this room. It's bittersweet, but it is what it is. But you know, there'll be a day, a couple more years, you'll be your last match here. So make sure you look at the younger kids and tell them, hey, good job, keep coming up, and we look forward to seeing a lot of great things from you. And again, Weston, it's going to be awesome to see you as you succeed through Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling here, and we're blessed to have you at 106 pounds this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Again, Enbridge Energy Wrestler of the Night, Weston Killinan at 106 pounds, picking up a fall over Owen Shower. We want to say thank you to all of our great sponsors, Enbridge Energy, the Aitkin High School, Aitkin Motors, Minnesota State Crookston, Mille Lacs Energy Cooperative, Paubex County Market, the Aitkin Body Shop, the Tire Barn, Atwater GM, Riverwood Healthcare Center, Haskamp Brothers Well Drilling, Security State Insurance, Cummings Jansen Realty, the Aitkin Wrestling Club, McGuire Mechanical, Wides Major Appliance, and everybody that comes out and supports Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling every October, towards the end of October, for the Turkey Bingo fundraiser there. That is a fun night. Again, you want to come out and have a good time. 200 or 300 people come out and enjoy their evening and go through some auctions and whatnot. And it's a great fundraiser. So on behalf of the Aitkin Wrestling Club, we want to say thank you to all those great sponsors and donations and everybody that support the Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling team.
Absolutely.
John, it's been another pleasurable evening here with you. I appreciate all you do for me and what you do for everybody else in the community. So keep up the good work. And
appreciate that. I do.
As I could say, follow in my footsteps.
Oh, you're going to throw that one out as we're getting out of here. I'm just going to throw one more thing out. You know, hey, folks, as this season starts to wind down, we're getting into tournament time. Got about a month left on this. You know, definitely spend time at our sponsors. You know, stop in and see those folks and thank them for supporting all of Aitkin sports, but, you know, Aitkin Wrestling. And then just keep these young men in mind as they're moving forward and, you know, trying to achieve their goals here. Like you said, with team sections and then individual sections coming up here later this month. And then obviously state tournament coming up that first weekend in March, and that'll be the season for the year. So we're definitely winding down. So
yeah, just like we said again, if you got a chance to go out and patronize a little bit and support all these great businesses that support all of your live event and RJ Broadcasting in your home for local homegrown radio, again, please do so for very much. We are very, very happy to have all them out here. For everybody at RJ Broadcasting, Lance Bauman, John Klein here in Aitkin Gobbler Wrestling, we will sign out for tonight, and thank you for your patronage. Have a great evening, everybody, and God bless.
Good night, Lance.
Good night.
Thank you.